What if I told you a blind man climbed Mount Everest? What if I told you he didn't use sight, luck, or superhuman strength? He used mind power. And what if I told you the darkness he lived in became the very reason he reached the top of the world? This is not just a story. It's a wake-up call. A reminder that when your mind decides, nothing, not even the tallest mountain on earth, can stop you. This is the story of Rayan, the man who proved that real vision lives inside you, not in your eyes. At 13 years old, Rayan's life changed in one morning. He opened his eyes and saw nothing. No colors, no shadows, just endless, suffocating darkness. People whispered, "His life is over. He'll never achieve anything. He's finished." But they didn't know this boy. They didn't know what his mind was capable of. They didn't know darkness was about to create a legend. Because in the middle of that darkness, Rayan said something impossible. "This is not the end. This is my beginning." While everyone expected him to quit life, Rayan shocked the world. He said, "I want to climb a mountain. Not a small hill, not a training rock. Mount Everest, the deadliest mountain on earth." People laughed. "Rayan, you can't even see. You'll fall off the first cliff. Even normal climbers fail." But Rayan wasn't chasing a mountain. He was chasing the limits of his own mind. He whispered, "I don't need eyes to see my goal." He didn't train muscles. He trained awareness, focus, mental strength. Every morning before sunrise, he practiced walking on narrow beams he couldn't see, feeling tiny vibrations through the ground, listening to the wind to detect danger, following the sound of bells tied to teammates' backpacks. He turned darkness into an ally. He turned fear into fuel. His mind became sharper than sight. His instincts became stronger than vision. His belief became louder than doubt. When he reached the base of Everest, the mountain towered above him like a giant made of ice and death. The wind punched like steel. The cold sliced through layers of clothing. Every step screamed, "You don't belong here." But Rayan didn't listen to the mountain's voice. He listened to the voice inside his mind. "This mountain doesn't know who I am," he whispered. The first challenge was the Khumbu Icefall. Massive ice walls, crevasses deeper than darkness, ladders stretched over bottomless pits. Even sighted climbers shake here. But Rayan walked by listening to the bells, to the ice cracking, to the rhythm of his own breath. Every step felt like a question. Will he fall? Will he misstep? How is he doing this blind? Yet he kept moving, because when the mind is focused, fear loses its voice. When the mind is strong, danger becomes just another step. At 26,000 feet, he entered the death zone, where the human body begins to shut down. Breathing hurts, thinking slows, every muscle screams. For Rayan, it was worse. No sight, no visible path, no sense of direction. But his mind was sharper than ever. His team shouted instructions: step left, sharp drop, hold the rope. But inside his mind, a stronger voice whispered, "The mountain ends, but your belief doesn't." Just hours from the summit, a brutal storm swallowed the mountain. Winds roared like monsters. Snow erased the path. Even expert climbers froze in fear. His team yelled, "Rayan, we have to turn back. We can't see." And he said the line that defines the entire story: "I'm not climbing with eyes." He lifted his face into the storm and whispered, "I am the storm." Rayan wasn't climbing a mountain. He was climbing the limits of the human mind. In the final 100 steps, his legs collapsed. He couldn't breathe. He couldn't stand. His team begged him to stop. "You've already achieved the impossible." But Rayan shook his head. If I fall, I will fall moving forward. He rose again, barely, painfully, but he rose. One step, then another. 100 steps that felt like lifting the world. And then, the ground leveled. The air quieted. The world stood still. Rayan, you're standing on the summit of Mount Everest, the highest point on Earth, a place even sighted climbers fear. Rayan touched the snow and whispered, I couldn't see the world, so my mind took me higher than sight ever could. In that moment, the mountain knew it was not bigger than the human mind. When he returned, people asked, why would a blind man climb Everest? He smiled and said, because mountains are not climbed with eyes, they are climbed with belief. He proved what the world forgets. Your eyes don't make you powerful. Your circumstances don't decide your limits. Your mind does. If your mind is strong, your life has no ceiling. If your belief is unbreakable, your success is unstoppable. If you move forward in darkness, the universe lights your path. So the next time life blinds you with fear, stress, failure, or doubt, remember Rayan, a man who couldn't see, but still touched the sky. Because real vision doesn't come from the eyes.